There is a problem in today's society. People want to cut funding to NASA because many believe the negatives of space exploration do not outweigh the benefits. While it is true that space travel has many negatives, such as the fact that it is very expensive and can pose a danger to astronauts, there are also many reasons that space travel is good and needed.
The biggest thing that NASA provides for us in our day-to-day lives is their inventions. NASA partners with many corporations to innovate things such as our cell phone cameras, LEDs, artificial limbs, firefighting gear, baby formula, freeze-drying technology, solar energy, water purification, and many more daily items. The cost of NASA may be large, but it is nothing compared to how much the government spends on other things. For example, NASA has funded $18.3 billion for the fiscal year 2017, but the Department of Defense has funded $582.7 billion for that same fiscal year.
Centers have studied similar plans for the sustainable, focused approach. We could get humans to Mars in just 15 years if we commit now and for the long term. Number 3, strengthen NASA science. NASA has 4 science divisions that explore the deep cosmos, our solar system, the sun, and our home planet Earth. NASA engineers and technicians build and launch robotic spacecraft that support tens of thousands of American jobs in engineering, precision manufacturing, and science. I urge you to embrace the full potential of all of NASA's science programs so they can continue to lead the world in science, technology, and exploration. Number 4, embrace commercial space. The ambitions and capabilities of private space companies have grown substantially in the past decade. Let's unleash private investment in low Earth orbit and find ways to encourage this next generation of entrepreneurs and inventors to blaze a trail to Mars and beyond. There's a new movement for space happening today. Let's keep it going. Number 5, 5 over 5. Here's what I'm talking about. Our citizens expect so much of NASA. The organization is often asked to do a lot with not quite enough. We recommend that you propose a 5% boost to NASA's budget every year for the next 5 years, 5 over 5. These small increases would give NASA the resources necessary to achieve its goals. This is money that gets spent on Earth in the United States and supports tens of thousands of jobs across the country. Without these budget increases, NASA won't have the ability to send humans anywhere. Not to the moon, not to Mars, not anywhere. In Congress, there is bipartisan support for increasing NASA's budget. Your administration has the opportunity to lead by taking this critical first step. Mr. President, I would be pleased to discuss these recommendations with you, the Vice President, or members of your staff in person. Since we were founded in 1980, the Planetary Society has worked with both parties to advance space science and exploration. For decades, our members have supported the mission to Pluto that became New Horizons. We support the missions to Mars, including Sojourner, Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, and the upcoming Mars 2020 rover. We recently helped NASA begin work on a new mission, the Europa Clipper, to explore the ocean moon of Jupiter that may harbor life. We support the space telescopes, Kepler, Spitzer, Hubble, and Webb. Next time you visit the halls of Congress, take pride in the space images that hang on office walls. Space brings out the best in us. There are 2 questions deep within each of us. Where did we come from? And are we alone in the universe? To answer these questions, we have to explore space. Historic discoveries await us. With your leadership, we may find life elsewhere in the cosmos, get humans on the Martian surface, and witness the opening of a new marketplace in space. Thank you for considering our recommendations. The Planetary Society urges you to embrace NASA's potential and make investments that will advance space science and exploration for all humankind. Thank you.
So, do you think NASA funding is an important use of taxpayer dollars?
Yes, I believe NASA is a very important use of taxpayer dollars for a couple reasons. Number one, it's just fundamental exploration of the sciences. I believe as a society and culture, we should support that, just like we support funding the arts and writers and everything like that. It's just part of what humanity does. So our culture should support and be involved in basic research. But there are I think there's very practical things for the taxpayer too as an investment. I think that as a society, the type of engineering and work that goes into achieving something like that, what's so technologically difficult about being outer space and exploration, has benefits in the private economy and things like that as well. So, yeah, I think it's a good use of taxpayer dollars. How much? I guess that can be argued. What percentage of the budget? I'm not an expert on that, but definitely it's something we should be doing.
What is the most significant impact of NASA?
Well, for a physics teacher myself, I think one of the things is the fundamental exploration of the universe, things like the Hubble telescope and everything that we've learned, simply about nature, things we've confirmed about physical theories. So for me, that's a very important part of NASA. I think the other thing is, I think the miniaturization of electronics, like the transistor, was a beginning to be able to have computers and things like that, or laptops these days. I think a lot of people don't understand all the work that went into NASA and everything we've learned from NASA, and just having people in outer space on the International Space Station, how much that transfers into our economy and the advancements we've had technologically forward. I'm sure you can Google a list. I can't list all of them, but there's hundreds if not thousands of products that have been developed because of NASA's investment in space exploration that brought them, like Velcro. I mean, even something as simple as Velcro was used. Fuel cell technology. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Everything that's been developed because of our investments.
Supplying NASA with funding is crucial towards bettering America and humanity as a whole. The multitude of products that come out of NASA easily pay for the investment in tax dollars. NASA also supplies jobs for many people. Overall, the benefits of funding our space program are much greater than the negatives.